Hours of testimony in the trial of Adrian Gonzales, a former police officer in Uvalde CISD. He is the first person to face charges with how authorities responded to the shooting at Robb Elementary School. Senior crime and justice reporter Rebecca Lopez was in the courtroom all day. Rebecca, what stood out to you?
Well, today the judge threw out a key witness's testimony and told the jury to disregard anything she had to say. But the jury also heard emotional testimony from teachers and staffers at Robb Elementary who saw the gunman, heard the gunfire, ushered kids to safety, and some of them called 911. Defense attorneys began the day by cross-examining the teacher whose testimony was thrown out. A day earlier, attorneys for Adrian Gonzales had asked for a mistrial, arguing they were blindsided by new information in the teacher's testimony that had never been disclosed as required by law. The judge denied that request but sharply criticized prosecutors, calling their actions negligent. He instructed jurors to completely disregard the teacher's testimony and told them not to let it influence their verdict in any way. Jurors then heard the emotional 911 call from Amy Franco, a Robb Elementary staffer who testified she saw the shooter crash his car, walk towards the school, and began shooting at students on the playground. She called 911, begging dispatchers to send police as the gunfire continued. Franco told the jury she warned fellow teachers, helped get children to safety, and then hid under a table inside a classroom, listening as the terror unfolded throughout Robb Elementary.
You just hear more shots. They were like non-stop. And I thought, he's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me, he's gonna kill me, I'm gonna die.
She did talk about how much fear that she felt, and also in the afternoon the jury heard from teachers that described the bravery of some of the students. One teacher described how a little boy crawled over to her while she was on her belly as he laid on top of her to protect her. And another teacher said she kept telling her students, I love you, because she says if they all died, she wanted the students to hear those words, I love you, as the last thing that they heard. You guys, it was very heart-wrenching today.
I can't imagine what that was like to have to relive that and talk about what happened again. Rebecca, we also heard an FBI expert testify about bullet casings and other evidence collected outside the school. What's the significance of his testimony in your mind?
Well, one of the things that they kept pointing out was that the only shell casings they found outside that school was from the shooter when he was shooting at the school, but there were no shell casings from a pistol or anything that would have been issued to a police officer, including Adrian Gonzales. So they were pressing and telling the jury, while all of these teachers and students acted with bravery, Adrian Gonzales didn't. Now, defense attorneys are saying he never saw the shooter, so he didn't have time to stop him before entering the school. And they said he later helped rescue children through some of the classroom windows. Back to you. All right.
A lot to unpack from what we heard today. Rebecca, thank you. And make sure to watch WFAA Plus for gavel-to-gavel coverage every day of this trial. Senior investigative reporter Tanya Iser breaks down the testimony, and our coverage resumes at 8:30 tomorrow morning. WFAA Plus is free to download to your TV.